guys, you would have already heard about the National Educational Policy 2020 yesterday. After being in the work for about 6 years, the new National Policy 2020 has been finally announced by the Modi government. Till now, before this new update, whatever we have been studying or we have studied was according to the policy which was formulated in 1986. I'm talking about Indian education system. So after 1986, there was a small modification in the whole policy in the year 1992. So since then we have been following the same policy. After 6 years of a constructive work by different committees, this policy was announced finally on Wednesday by our Modi government. This seemed to be a vision of how education has to be in India. Also, this looked like a long road to see the transformation of education system in India. In this video, I would like to talk about it after an entire research on it. Let's discuss the positives, negatives, my opinion in front of you. This is Shruti Saburi and welcome to my channel. India revamps its educational policy after 34 long years. Ministry of Human Resource Development is renamed as Ministry of Education. For any country, education plays an important role. If the education is poor, let it be a progressive country or anything, it has to stand back. Also, we need to remember that these changes are not immediately applicable but over a period of time. Can we see the changes right from tomorrow? Obviously no. But maybe from the next academic year or so. But we need to be aware of these decisions because these decisions and the changes in new policies are going to affect our education sector or education industry in India. Let's look into the policy and understand more on what they have changed actually. As you can see, the previous 10+2 system is replaced by 5+3+3+4 curriculum. Let me explain you. On the first we have foundational course which is for 3 years, like we used to call it, which is like Anganwadi, preschool or Balvatika. So the age is 3 to 6, and then we have a 2-year course which is for class 1 and 2, and the age will be for 6 to 8. So all this together is called the 5+3+3+4 course, in that the 5. So next we have the preparatory course which is for 3 years. So the 5 is gone, this is +3. 3 years which is like class 3 to 5, and then for the age of 8 to 11. And then we have the middle, which is middle course which is for 3 years. So the 5+3, and this is the another 3 which is like class 6 to 8 for the age group people of 11 and 14 years. And then we have secondary which is for 4 years. So the 5+3 is gone, this is +4. And secondary for 4 years which is class 9, 10, 11 and 12. So the age group which we see is age 14 to 18, like 10+2, it is now 5+3+3+4. So now we may find changes in curriculum, we may find changes in school, we may also find changes in teaching, and we may find finally the changes in methods, etc. So the question is, how soon will this be implemented? Right now the policy has been just announced and drafted, and definitely this will take some more time, like I said earlier, maybe from the next academic year. Is this a change on education system in India? Yes, absolutely. This is gonna be a drastic change of education system in India over coming decades. Board exams will be of low stakes and test actual knowledge of a student instead of rote learning. I feel this is a great initiation because actual knowledge of a student is given preference. And if you ask me how, let's wait and watch their decision. Anyway, they're gonna show us the pathway. Mother tongue to be medium of instruction till 5th grade. I would say this is a very good decision, but in addition to mother tongue, there has to be some choice of languages to be learned by students. As we are in the 21st century and we meet lots of people across the walks of our life, communication has become a crucial way to hit us in the life. Even though the medium of instruction is in his or her mother tongue, the child has to be focused and he has to learn as many as languages he can. Report cards will be a comprehensive reports on skills and capabilities. Wow, I just loved it. That's a beautiful decision. This really focuses on, can a child sing, can he or she dance, is he interested in sports, is he interested in technology, is he interested in art, paint, theatre, and even space learning, oh my god, what not. So all these skills, I feel they have to be added in the report card. All separations from vocational and academic, curricular and extracurricular will also be removed. Students to learn coding right from 6th standard. This really enhances the job development and job creations, also skill developments right from the 6th standard. For the first time in 34 years, this has become a technology transformation in the education system of India. 50% gross enrollment ratio by 2035. This means admitting more number of students or as many as number of students inside the classroom. Holistic and multidisciplinary education, flexibility of subjects, which means we really can produce children with different skills and more number of skills kind of. And coming to the flexibility of subjects, we have that in foreign universities, but right now we have it in India of choosing their own subjects which they are interested in. For example, if you are an art student and you would like to pursue science too, you can MPhil to be discontinued. On the other hand, we have public investment in the education sector is gonna reach 6% of the GDP at the earliest. Single regulator for higher education exams except for legal and medical courses, which means there will be one center for all the higher education systems. Addition to this, we have making most out of the technology policies like Divyang friendly educational software for challenging people, and then we have national education technology forums, and we have digitally equipped schools, teachers and also students. Finally, we have e-content in their regional language. There are some other vital reforms too. Phasing out affiliating systems in next 15 years. You know, we all would have definitely seen something like this written like affiliated to SSC or affiliated to CBSE, etc. These all gonna phase out in next 15 years. And then we have independent governor body, BOG. National Assessment Center called PARAKH, P-A-R-A-K-H. This is a national mission to focus on basic literacy and basic numeracy. Transparent online self-disclosure for public oversights and accessibility. This is especially for paper corrections or revaluations, etc. If we look into expected outcomes, first thing we need to remember that all the outcomes are only seen by 2030. Universalization of ECCE to secondary education by 2030. Teachers to be prepared for assessment right from 2023, and also 100% GER in pre-primary schools or primary education to secondary level education by 2030, and then common standard of learning in public and private schools by 2030, inclusive and equitable funds, equitable education system by 2030. There is nothing that's going to start soon, but with teachers from 2023. But for the first time, there is, in 34 years, there is something positive happening, and hope for the best. It's not yet over here. There are some amazing points you need to keep in mind. All graduation courses will have both major and minor. I mean, I can choose science as my major. Also, I can choose theatre or dance or singing as my minor. Any combo is possible. This is just wow. Same level of accreditation to any college. Maybe that college is from Tamil Nadu, or that college is from Gujarat or Kerala or even Andhra Pradesh. Same level of accreditation is given to any college. Based on its rating, college will get autonomous funds and rights. New basic learning program will be created by government for parents to teach their children up to 3 years in home. As I said in the point 1 previously in the PPT, the children up to 3 years had to be kept in home, and their curriculum starts from 3 to 6 years. Also, there will be a course created for a preschool from 3 to 6 years. Now, this requires a huge applause, as it really clears out the discrimination irrespective of the candidate or the children being rich or poor or even from rural or urban areas. Guidelines are to be given by the government. We have seen so many saying, I had to discontinue my studies due to this reasons or multiple reasons. They used to say, I have continued this, I have discontinued that courses. So there is this beautiful policy for them. For any graduation course, if a student has completed only 1 year, he will be given a basic certificate. If the student has completed 2 years, he will be given a diploma certificate. And if the students have finished the whole course, he will be given a degree certificate. So here there is no year wastage to the candidate, which means no year of student will be wasted if he breaks or discontinues the course. Actually, so this was a 200-page document issued by the Government of India on New Educational Policy 2020. I read it, did a lot of research and revised it in short terms and brought it in front of you in the video. So if you feel this video is quite informative, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Comment down below to my channel. Bye-bye. I'll hit you all with an informative, loaded video right away. Bye.